Okay, now, the elephant in the room. What's next for Terrence Crawford? There's talks of a Manny Pacquiao fight. I'm telling you right now, and I'm sold on this one, man. You know, you know, this one is this one is the sure thing, man. This is the one to bet the house on to come up on some big money, man. Cause Pacquiao got a bunch of Pactar, man defending, homo fans. So this is perfect. This is perfect. Get your money right now. Get your money ready. Get ready to cash out, because I'm telling you right now that Terrence Crawford will beat the fuck out of Manny Pacquiao. He will beat the fuck out of Manny Pacquiao. I didn't used to think Terrence could beat Pacquiao, really. I wasn't really sure. I knew he had the power, and the fact that he fights southpaw and switches. I know that we know that Manny Pacquiao is a fraud anyway. He's a scam artist, a con man, okay? He's a cherry picking scam artist. We know that. We know that he needs a lot of advantages to win, and most of his fights for the last 6, 7, 8 years have been cherry picks. Catch weights, guys coming off knockout losses, etc., etc. But I always thought, like, you know what? Like last year when they was talking about this fight, I was like, I don't know. They're rushing Crawford into that fight, so I didn't really agree with it, and you know. I didn't know that Crawford had this in his game, had this in his arsenal, man. That foot movement, man. What gives Pacquiao still a chance in the fight is Crawford is not that accurate, man. He's not that accurate, but he has power, man. He has power, dude. Clearly. I mean, even when he was swinging wildly and missing against Postal, he was rocking them back. So these are little things that I watch. Like, okay, he's a solidified puncher. He's a puncher. He can hit, man. He's hitting. He's hitting harder than Adrian Broner or up there with Broner. Okay, Broner. One thing Broner can do, he can hit too. Broner can punch, man. As you see, he put Sean Porter on his ass. Keith Thurman didn't put Sean Porter on his ass. So Keith Thurman, the jury's out on him. I'm not sold on Keith Thurman, but this guy Crawford, with the foot movement and the fact that he's a southpaw and switches up and all that. I mean, forget the switching up, man, because let's be real. He's a southpaw, okay? He fights 95% of fights southpaw, okay? So he's a southpaw. I can't think of anyone on my head, anywhere in my head, where Manny Pacquiao fought another southpaw. I can't think of one. Like I said, we know that he's a cherry-picking hype job clown. We know that. But I'm just saying, man, because I remember when that Mayweather-Pacquiao fight happened, man. I cashed out. I made a lot of money on a dumb man-defending clown, convicted heroin-using fans that, Pacquiao has. So I'm just saying, man. This is close to a sure thing, man. Pacquiao is not going to be able to deal with that movement, and that power, man, and the fact that Crawford is so hungry and he's hungry and he wants it, man. You could tell that he wants it. It's not a business right now for him. He's not caring too much about the business side yet. After he wins that Pacquiao fight and he takes that money, that's something we all got to take in consideration, man. In anything, man. Even with life, man. With girls. I know a lot of you man defenders, you guys don't get girls. You guys like other men. Like, Skeletor, convicted crackheads. But anyway, even with women, man, once they get a little money, once they, even with boxing and women, once they get a little money, you gotta see how they're gonna act now, even with Triple G, he's saying all this, I want all the belts, all this, but now we're seeing that it's becoming a business for him. that can affect his performance. Same can happen to Crawford. That can affect his performance. Mayweather, his motivation was the money. So it didn't affect his performance. He is consistent. He consistently fights the same way every time. That's something you gotta look at. He's consistent. That's why that was such an easy fight for Mayweather and Pacquiao. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. But anyway, you gotta look at things like that. But I'm telling you right now, Pacquiao is not gonna be able to deal with that movement. We know that Pacquiao's not good at cutting off the ring. And, you know, I'm completely sold on Crawford now, man. I'm completely sold. The guy is the goods. That foot movement solidified it for me, man. You don't see that in boxing, man. That rhythm, foot movement, feints. I saw it clearly that this guy is one of the top 5 pound for pound in the world. Okay? You know. Pacquiao will get humiliated in that fight. You know. He'll get beat in that fight. Only thing that worries me is the accuracy. You know. See, Mayweather has laser pinpoint accuracy and connects on the highest percentage. That's another video that I gotta do. But this one, bet the house on it, man. Crawford will beat the fuck out of Manny Pacquiao, man. You know, and one other thing that you know, is an important thing that I noticed. Terrence Crawford has very good coaching, man. That Brian McIntyre, that motherfucker can coach, and he knew what he was talking about. He wasn't just rambling on a bunch of bullshit like Freddie Roach, man. He's not just a guy who wants to just coach anybody for money like Freddie Roach and Robert Garcia, man. He knows what he's talking about. So, you know, it's looking very, very good for a passing of the torch and beating the fuck out of Manny Pacquiao. I would be so happy to see him knocked out, laid out. That's what I want to see. Okay, I don't know if it can happen, but you know, he will definitely get beat. Crawford is the truth, man. He's the truth, man. He's the truth, man. I can't wait till he moves up to welterweight. But it's okay, man. Let him, you know, let him defend his titles a bit at 140, and we'll see what happens from here on out, man. It's the young boy JT. I'm out.